Hey guys, welcome to another lesson of Pro Teacher's Noob. Today I have with me Bianca.
Sad, sad, tear, tear, cry, cry.
Are you okay?
No, my book is not okay.
Oh, you want to show people it?
No.
All right. So today, people, without naming names, unless you want to, a not so good Kickstarter book got sent there, or Indiegogo book got delivered.
You
Three
have no
years
idea how
late.
angry I am.
3 years late, and came in bent. Not even in a box. It was in one of the those paper envelopes.
Freaking paper
Or
envelopes.
was balloon wrap, but still bent.
My goodness. Oh.
But yeah, anyway, we're continuing our booster gold coverage. We're nearly done. We are nearly at the end, as we're now entering the Time Masters Vanishing Point mini series. This was what Dan Jurgens was doing while Giffen and DeMatteis were doing their run. This is set around the time of the search for Batman was going on. And this is actually all about Rip, from Rip's point of view, for once.
Ooh.
As we actually open up with Booster, an older Booster, raising Rip when he was little. Where are we, Daddy? Somewhere fun. A place you'll remember for the rest of your life. Mom says to be sure not to touch anything. Well, what she really means is that we have to be sure we don't leave anything behind. No mistakes. What kind of mistakes? We have to make sure no one ever knows we were here. Humans don't belong in this era. It's on its way, sir. I must admit, I do not enjoy being a decoy. Line up, Skeets. Get your camera ready, son. Whoa! Take your picture. He's so much bigger than I expected. Woo! And stinky! A result of digesting a French kill, I believe. Yuck! He seems ready to strike, sir. No doubt. Ready to go? Do we have to, Daddy? I want to see more. I plan to stay longer, but time travel rarely goes as planned. The human, or in this case, animal factor, is unpredictable. But yeah, basically saying, for me, the passage of time is elusive, hard to pinpoint. Ask anyone who moved a lot as a kid. They might remember their birthdays, but not where they celebrated them. I moved a lot as a kid, not just geographically. We moved through time itself. Was it a tough way to grow up? At times, yeah, but it had its advantages. No one can know where or when we actually lived. My father taught me all those lessons well. One miscalculation, one crucial error, and here history could be changed forever, with disastrous results. That's why you have to be able to step into the past without leaving a lasting footprint. Why you have to understand why you have to understand the difference between what you want to happen and what must happen. That's what being a time master is all about. That's exactly what I am. Rip Hunter, time master. And within 3 pages, we perfectly understand Rip, don't we?
Yes.
Now, care to tell people who haven't been listening in, what's your opinion on Rip throughout all of this?
Oh, I think Rip is great. I love him as a character.
Very compelling character. He could be an ass, but he's an ass for a good reason.
Exactly.
what what strange matter of dress is this? He may have food in those pouches. Get him! The reaction is understandably, well, my fault for letting them see me. A mistake I don't normally make. That's why I don't use a weapon. Better to limit their campfire story to that of a man in odd garb than one with a gun that shoots fire. Not that they have long to live anyway. I should be on this mission alone. But I had to bring Superman, not to mention Green Lantern, protector of the sector, and Booster Gold, who at this young age has no idea of the future that awaits him, or why he's so important to me. Good God, Rip! When have you brought us? 15th century, Booster, a shipwreck, long before the concept of truly effective medicine and most basic treatment. But those people in the lean to there, I haven't seen them yet, but I have a pretty good idea of what's wrong. It's awful. There must be something we can do. I'll take a look. Scurvy, smallpox infection, and the reality of the human condition in the wake of an accident at sea. So we'll fly them somewhere safe. Maybe you even have some penicillin in that belt of yours. No, we do nothing. We can't ignore this, Hunter. This isn't a jaunt to the Smallville candy store, Superman. We're in the past, and that means we don't change anything. It also means that you'll do as I say. Smallville? How? holding rank on Superman. Big cojones, Rip. Yep. Well, are you there? Yes, but given what I'm seeing, I almost wish I wasn't. Meaning, meaning it's worse than I thought. Vanishing Point is destroyed. How is that possible? This is the end of time itself. Anything's possible. Entropy? Perhaps. Perhaps something more. Any sign of Rip or Booster? None. Either they weren't here or got out before it happened. What about the time sphere? Gone. Now, to be fair, I'll spoil this ahead of time. That's Booster in the outfit talking to his wife, who's wearing
Aw.
Michelle's outfit. So yeah, I can't agree, Hunter. But leaving those men to die goes against everything I stand for. Believe me, Superman, I'd like to help them too. Things like this, well, you have to put in the proper context. Don't think of them as dying. Think of them as been dead for 500 years. That's a hard leap to make. Can't we at least find him some food? Maybe even citrus? Not that the Ripster needs defending, but you guys must realize that what he's saying makes sense. If those guys are destined to die, and we intervene, who knows how history might be altered. Booster's right. Maintaining the integrity of the past is our primary objective. But there is no buts allowed in this equation. We adhere to that standard. And our second objective is finding Bruce Wayne. Not so long ago, time traveling was difficult to conceive, much less achieve. Recent become more common, too common, there was no sign more disturbing than my most recent discovery. Trouble, Dr. Hunter? The bat etched in several places, long before the dawn of civilization, Skeets. Now this is of course playing off of what Morrison was doing.
Ah.
Yeah. And basically he's realizing all the stuff that's been going on that Morrison was doing with after Darkseid sent Bruce back in time. And basically feeling we have to deal with it. Even referencing the archivist, who's actually Bruce in disguise. This actually plays. It's him setting up something that Morrison would bring about, but was never part of Rip Hunter stuff before. Yo,
Okay.
Ripster, who's the new bodyguard? Not a bodyguard, Booster. An assistant, the archivist. I can't keep track of all this on my own. Looks more like a giant hairball hooked up to a Power Girl's and up by Power Girl's horked up by Power Girl's cat. Yuck. Dealing with another anomaly? Maybe, maybe not. This is a new wrinkle. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between an anomaly and what's supposed to be. We'll recruit some help and investigate. You want help? Friends of the man we're hunting. If I don't bring them on board, they'll try to do it on their own, and I can't have that. Wow, you're really stumped by this, aren't you? This must be a huge moment in history. If we weren't at the end of time, and where there's no history to make, of course, which is why we're in the past, trying to pick up the trail. I'm curious, Hunter. If you're truly a master of time, why can't you find Bruce? Trying to find one person who's chaotically bouncing through time is like trying to find one particular grain of sand on the floor of the Atlantic. Why don't we go back into the moment when we saw Darkseid kill Batman and stop it from happening? Hey, I threw that out as an idea a few months ago, and I got shut down. It was supposed to happen. So who appointed Hunter the god of time? As I can tell, he did. He's a mystery. Rip Hunter isn't even his real name. Why the alias? Without it, his enemies could go back in time and kill him as an infant, even kill his mother or father as infants. You have your secrets, he has his. Are you even a native to our era? We lost the time sphere when the archivist destroyed it, but I can trigger my time platform in Arizona to pull us back. Well, he didn't respond. Something or someone's interfering. Does this mean we're going to end up stranded and riddled with scurvy like those pirates? Meanwhile, we're seeing Perdigaton and Despero again. Hunter's
Mm.
lab is deserted. Now's our chance. Why did you bring us here? Vanishing Point has more desirable equipment. For reasons I cannot yet comprehend, it's inaccessible, Degaton. Perhaps Hunter found a way to hide it from us, Despero. No, I sense something far different. This time lab of his is still quite valuable. It holds a mixture of technology from all across the spectrum of time. The present, the 25th century, the 31st, even a million years from now. What are you saying? Rip Hunter's far more formidable than I dared imagine. Hey, Michelle!
Michelle.
Yep, she knocks them all down before they can do anything with his time platform. Gold sister? I thought you said this place was deserted. Hunter must have chambers that are pervious to my scanners. We have all sorts of tricks to handle creeps like you. Those magnetic powers of yours are nice, sweet cheeks, but we have a few tricks of our own. Oh, no! Wood, I'm still alive? How? Supernova? Looks like I got here just in time. I used the fan zone projector built in the suit to transport the grenade where it could do no harm. Thank God you came when you did. Supernova? Daniel Carter and Daniel Carter, Gold's idiot ancestor from this era. Only someone with Carter's DNA can activate the suit's power. You, you time spheres are the ones who destroyed Vanishing Point. Vanishing Point's gone? No wonder we couldn't get to it. So yeah, they transport out of here. Daniel, did you say Vanishing Point is gone? I went there looking for Rip, but found it's nothing but rubble. Wow, I didn't even realize you knew how to get there. Something's bad, really bad. It's working its way through the time stream. I'm Booster and Rip. No offense, but they're probably way more suited to solving it than you are. Yeah, I'm sure they are. Guard the time platform. If Rip and Booster and Rip are traveling through time, it may be their only method of returning. I like how anytime they wear it, they always assume it's Daniel because he's the one with it.
Poor Daniel.
Well, let's be honest. Those of you who don't recall Daniel, he's an idiot. He makes
Exactly.
Booster look like Einstein. But he is brave.
He is brave.
But yeah, basically they're flying through, trying to deal with all this stuff. We're just getting a lot of interactions with everyone. I love this. Where did you learn all this? How did you ever invent something like the time sphere? Let's just say I had a good upbringing. You're good to go, Rip. I calibrated the power flow to keep it nice and even, Dr. Hunter. Thank you, Skeets. Next stop, home. And they transport, and it turns out, whoops, they're in the world of the time period of Claw the Unconquered.
Hmm.
Yep.
Slurp.
Yeah. Some say that most everything you need to learn in life can be learned in kindergarten. True for some, perhaps. Not me. Where are we, Daddy? Very important moment in history, son. A moment so important that there were those who, with the means and knowledge, would gladly interfere with it. You mean the bad guys, right? I learned from example, taught by man who would become time's greatest protector. Hey, do you hear the sound like something's coming? Indeed it is. Look, up in the sky. That really bright star? Not a star, a ship, coming in fast. My father saved the multiverse, time stream too, several times over. He put his life on the line to preserve moments like this. Wow, that's a rocket! Yes, from far away. Yep, Superman's rocket.
Yay!
Again, I love moments like this. So, but yeah, and what do you think about seeing this booster who's way more mature and seeing
It's
young
like
Rip?
an unworld no. It is like an unknown world I've been in.
Yeah, you, you are Shirhatu, evil incarnate. Your victims are countless. Your time is over. Prepare for death. Not good. Die, wizard! Feedback from my chronal homing device threw me into the time stream. Experience tells me it's not a coincidence. Hoi! And ho! A tricky fighter! Something must have drawn me here. May I be of assistance, sir? Skeets! Indeed, Dr. Hunter. I realize you don't like to use your own weapons in situations like this, but this might warrant an exception. An iron bird? That talks? Of course, and we need to calm things down. Of course, sir. And I am not a wizard, and I'm certainly not sure how to. I'm simply lost, a wanderer. True, you are not. You do not fight like a wizard, but your strange garb, the bird of iron that speaks. Such possession are those of the man who deals in sorcery. My name is Hunter. The bird is a gift from a friendly wizard in a faraway land. You hunt? Admirable. And what do you want with this Shurhatu person? To kill him. He stole the crops, resources, and women from a village beyond. He is brutality personified. The villagers and farmers are simple peasants. They hired me to save them from their plight. Those skulls that suggest you aren't the first. Many have failed Shurhatu, and Shurhatu is too strong. Isn't my place to get involved in this. I should leave. That energy swirling around the cave. Scan the energy, Skeets. What is it? A mixture of unknown and chronal energy, sir. If you care to have help, I would be honored to do so. You may be capable in a fight. I am Velkin. Though some call me Claw. Very well, Claw. Let's go. Superman, Green Lantern, and Booster were with me before I was swept away. I can't help but wonder if they're nearby or somewhere else entirely. Uh-oh! Red Beetle. Well, Black Beetle, now Red Beetle. Vanishing Point is gone? How is that possible? Who has the power to do such things? You claim to be the expert, Black Beetle. You tell us. Yeah, I'd like to know more about what you're up to here and why you pulled us into this scheme of yours. I pulled each of you out of key moments in time. Sparrow, when you were at your conniving best. Digaton, when you were a time traveling Nazi. And Ultra Humanite, when you first fought in Infinity Inc. You're here because you want the same thing as me, complete mastery over time. Yes, time travel is enough. I want to dominate. For that to happen, Hunter must be pushed aside. Then we will step into the void. But someone else is involved here. We must find out who that is. Only Hunter might know, but he won't talk. True, but I know just the source to tap. So, am I wearing a bullseye here? I mean, why is everyone shooting at me? I'll give your force field a break. Where are we? Rip's chrono beacon must have fritzed out and beamed us to an unintended location, a war zone. An otherworldly one at that. Looks like a bunch of well-armed bruisers shooting at unarmed humans. Probably the types of event Rip would tell us not to get involved with. I don't see Hunter around, and since that's the case, I refuse to stand on the sidelines. Let's go. Let's get the shooting and let's get the shooting stopped so we can figure this and get this figured out. Shouldn't be a problem. That's what you think. If we mess something up, Rip will roast me alive. Not you guys, me. Messing something up won't happen, Booster. Stay back if you like. We have experience with matters like this. You think I'm so incompetent that you want me out of the way? We can't stand by while unarmed people get slaughtered, Booster. No matter how you get and you cut it, these guys aren't exactly earning anything to earn our sympathy. Not arguing with you. Just saying that Rip would know what's happening here. Tell us not to mess with history, blah, blah, blah. All of which I understand. But anyone who knows me knows I won't turn away from a situation like this. What's your connection with Rip Hunter, Booster? Seems like an odd ally for a guy who only wants to get his picture plastered on T-shirts. Nothing special. Just known him for a long time is all. Figured I'd help him fight Batman. To the world at large, it basically gives a summary about all this stuff,
Mm.
and I can see why you'd like to help him find Batman. Guy like you could parlay that into $1 million payday. Even get your own reality show. You know how it goes, GL. Anything to build the Booster Gold brand. Man, I bet you it pains him to say that, right?
Yeah, I bet so.
Disgusting. Yep, look at that. Look at that look on his face.
Aw.
Look out! Whoa! Enough! And oh, nice. Very nice. I haven't seen your kind before. You have 10 seconds to explain why I shouldn't gut you here and now. Talk. Honey, give me more than 10 seconds and we could do a whole lot more than talk. By the way, that is Starfire. Not the Starfire you know, but the original Starfire.
Oh, I don't like her clothes.
What's wrong with her clothes?
I hate the design. It's like it tries to be a bathing suit, but really dumb.
It's an old school design. He's just and Durgan's didn't redesign it. This is the old design.
Yeah,
But yeah, they're making their way in there, and then they're tapped by a bunch of squids. They're tentacles that pull them in. And those while he's in there, the water, revealing different points in time. How is it possible? Like a natural version of Vanishing Point. Daniel, you're back. Yes, Michelle. Unfortunately, I can't find any sign of Rip or your brother and Booster. That supernova costume might give you powers, but it doesn't make you a time travel expert. They're probably off on a mission. Happens all the time. With Vanishing Point destroyed, I worry about and their ability to return. Not to mention the exact nature of the mission. If Rip left a clue in his data files, refiling his computer is guaranteed to make him mad at you. Doesn't matter. Nothing here. Does that help? Darkseid, what's his goal? Is winning the key. I'm too late. It started. You look human. And yet you dress more like a my guard. Are you their tool, a betrayer of mankind? Me, a tool? Set up blinds like that will only get you in trouble, hun. And if there's anything I've learned in this infernal place, it's to trust no one. My apologies, stranger, but you breathed your last breath. The Mygog might be the beast who blasted me, right? Chink! If my sword can't do the job, this will. Sorry, but at least this is a low intensity burst. Ah! No one disarms me. Look, will you chill? Your words are incomprehensible. I trust no one, so you said. Call me Booster, okay? All I know is that my friends and I saw some Mygor guys beating on some humans, so we tried to stop them. Me and you, we're on the same side. I am Starfire, a sworn enemy of the Mygor despots. Starfire, huh? Why don't you have my copyright guy give you a call? You say you have friends here? Yeah, two of them. Them? Uh-oh. Oh dear. Yeah, that's them. This is getting more complicated by the minute. Basically, this whole point of this mini is just a fun romp that would just have been another arc in Booster, but it was spin off as a mini series to get more focus. And because it's under the Time Master name, it's focusing more on Rip than Booster.
Mm.
But as you probably guessed, it had very little to do with the stuff with Batman. Oh, and remember how it was stated how Booster and Rip knew Brainiac already? Here's how. The
Here's
fight.
how.
Yep, the fight ring is awesome. Way better than the rocket packs they have on Ron. Thanks for the help, Brainy. Your situation could not have been more dire, Booster. With the miracle machine being the only possible solution. Woohoo! The machine has been returned to its proper place. All is well. Getting your ring back might be tougher. He won't want to give it up. His time will come, just as yours did. Come on down, son. Playtime's over. I love this. No one ever grew up the way I did. For me, time was a playground, which I was always made sure to take advantage of. Time travel, miracle machines, flight rings. Mine was a classroom of infinite possibilities. This ring is the greatest thing ever, Mr. Five. Can I keep it, please? We've only ever allowed one to be used by an unauthorized legionnaire. That's our limit. You mean Dad, right? Come on, son. Time to head home. I felt just at home in the first century as the 31st. Speaking of which, where is home for you these days, Booster? Sorry, Brainy. You're a good friend, all, but you need your secrecy. And you need your secrecy, and for secrecy is paramount. I understand. I've completed the upgrades, by the way. Skeet's remaining 25th century technology was inadequate. He's now running in the latest, totally secure and safest computo software. The difference is processing speed is significant, Brainiac 5. Thanks again, B. Can we come back soon? Whatever you want, my lab is always open to the Carter family. An invitation I would take and often take advantage of. I find the rules and boundaries of science comforting. Sorcery, however, is a completely different matter. You should have warned me about this, Claw. I told you. Sherdo is evil incarnate. This is a land of sorcerers, wizards, and evil hunter. Expect whatever you can imagine. Blame yourself for willingly entering my domain, barbarian. Those foolish enough to do so perish. This is the day you fall to my blade, wizard. Interesting bravado. The only reason you are still alive is because I allow it. My pet extracted something of interest, thoughts, visions, memories, unlike any we've seen. Not yours, barbarian, your friend. A multitude of images, all realized in my mystic pool. Wizard babble. I hate wizard babble. Those images in the water. You took them from my mind. My pet connects to those and to those it ensnares. All is revealed in my pool. Other lands, other worlds, other times. But I am most intrigued by this. I have seen this unreachable place before. I wish to bridge the gap. You saying you can bridge time? You prattle like an old woman. Free me, Sure Hatu. Let us settle this with cold, hard steel. This place has no more to offer me. I wish to gain the assets of other places, and you will help me do so. By giving me a glimpse of Booster and the others, Shurahatu did me a favor. At least I know they're alive, though where and when are still a mystery. Whatever they're dealing with, it can't be as bad as this. I hope. This is your fault, Gold Booster. I never get trapped like this. My fault. Look, hon, all I want is and to find is a friend of mine named Bruce, a Batman. I know no one named Bruce, nor a Batman. I knew I should have killed you when I had the chance. You tried. You couldn't. Epic fail. I barely tried. All right, you gave it everything you had, baby cakes. Admit it. I would rather battle these whores than listen to another word. The feeling is mutual, Starfire. Sad thing is, I think you're going to get your wish. Shall we? Yes. The Mygrog are slow and bumbling. We have a chance. A good one from the looks of things. What's the story with these Mygrogs anyway? They are our oppressors. This land is dominated by bestial Mygorg warriors on one side and York science devils on the other. Those of us in between are little more than cat and chattel for to be slaughtered. Hold the fort while I take care of other business. Coward, you flee! I cursed the moment I met you! Not fleeing, getting help. Yet another stranger capable of flight. You and your friends intrigue me. I must claim those abilities for my own. I wonder, shall I experiment on you when you're alive or dead? Yo, magic! No wonder you were able to take Soups down. Situation I'll have to correct. Uh, He's down. And he's down. His bleached skull will adorn the entrance of my home. Yuck! Being your doorman man isn't enough. Amazingly, Booster did his part. Time for me to do mine by freeing Superman. I've had enough. You think you've won? My power and that my powers are limited? As a matter of fact, that's exactly what I think. Whoa! That beast cuts loose on the rest of us. We're cooked, which is why I always steer clear of Sorceress Skyle. If these Mygorgs are kicking humans around, why would she work with them? She is a sorcerer. All she cares about is gaining more power. This is taking too long. It's what we're here, and it's not what we're here for. Agreed. Finding Bruce is job one. Let's get back to work. See why I took the time to free my friends? Without a doubt. I underestimated you. A mistake I won't make again. If it's an army I need, it's an army I'll have. Ha! She missed. I wouldn't be so sure of that. Good point. Oh boy, obviously just throughout all this is just again one big fun adventure is all this is. But thanks to Skeets, he's able to free Rip from shot and from him. And a partner who will help me bridge the gulf. Soon it will be mine to command. And oh dear, looks like he's meeting up with them. All the while, they're still trying to figure out what's going on with Vanishing Point. And while they're there, we find out about the earlier versions of the Time Master, the Linear Men, who had once had a
Linear.
similar thing, but it turns out they're buried, hidden under Vanishing Point.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and they free him when we find Matthew Ryder and Larry Lee, the sole remaining members of the Linear Men. Matthew Ryder was also the human version of Wave Rider, another time traveler.
Okay, I was gonna say who?
He was introduced around the time of the event Armageddon 2001.
Okay.
Oh, and again, more fun with it. This is the main reason why I love this mini. It's these opening pages with Rip and Booster as he's growing up. Uh-oh, someone tried to assassinate them. There's Booster's wife, but we still can never make out who she is. But yeah, it turns out the two sorcerers and magic users are working together. Any idea where we are, Hunter? A cell of some kind, Superman. Not sure when or where, nor do I have any idea what or who is on the other side. I'll find out. X-ray vision. Can't see. Well, yeah, basically can't see through the walls, and oh, all of a sudden now kryptonite's coming through because why is reacting to their to his weakness. Oh, when we see Claw and Starfire and Skeets are together. Who are you, wench? A partner of the wizard Serhatu. My name is Starfire. I was captured by a sorceress that sent here. I have no knowledge of this Serhatu. A sorceress is involved. Hardly a surprise. What say you, Ironbird? Can we trust her? We have no reason not to. The real question is whether or not I should trust you, barbarian. I am Claw, sworn enemy of the wizard who jailed us. That should be more than enough to earn your trust. If I had my axe, I'd carve my way out of here. I may be able to help. You emit fire. By the gods, you are close to devil's magic yourself, Ironbird. It's science where I come from. Science, magic, bah, it's all the same. In many ways, that's quite true, sir. The walls changing. More infernal magic? Are those teeth by the fires of hell? More wizardry. I curse the day I met these strangers. That we can agree on, wench. But yeah, so yep, and where are we? Not sure. A cell of some kind. Beyond that, like knowing what's on the other side, it's hard to say. I love this. Step back. Let a professional handle this. Why are you always ripping me? Just calling it as I see it. I'd offer to help, but with no press to fail my brilliant exploits, why bother? Figures. I was kidding. Playing the type since that's what you seem to expect. Okay, you made your point. Sorry. I'm trying to help. If all I wanted was fame, I could have stayed home and gotten my new fly along with Booster reality show going. You have a reality show? Yeah, I take several normal civilians out to bust the bad guys. Whoever doesn't get killed and is left alive and the last one left alive wins. You have no soul. Psych! You are so easy to play. Give it all you got, Gold. For once, prove yourself. May I introduce Matthew Ryder and Larry Lee, the last remnants of the once mighty Linear Man. Your associates are known to us. You, however, the Black Beetle. At your service. Never heard of you. I come from the 27th century. I'm investigating the chrono disturbance. My scarabs were able to sense such things. You're surrounding yourself with questionable allies, Beetle, plucked from various points in time when they were most effective. Vanishing Point isn't easy to find. You know I needed help, and Earth's heroes weren't about to turn on Rip Hunter. I spent a great deal of time cataloging the 27th century, Matthew. I don't recall any Black Beetle. You freed us, Leary. That's a step in the right direction. I must ask, why were you in prison? I thought you and Hunter were allies. We were often at odds. He felt we weren't committed to pure time. He never liked the fact that we embraced the Wave Rider. Wave Rider was from an alternate timeline, one that never really materialized. Rip considered him as a mistake. He seemed almost happy when Wave Rider died during the reemergence of the multiverse. This is an occurrence we have to be corrected. Wave Rider must live. He's dead, buried. I'll have no part in going through time to undo that. Of course not. There's other ways and other ways. Where's his body? A question you won't get the answer to. You're done, Beetle. Supernova, what is Booster's idiot ancestor doing here? Hunting down the Black Beetle and his cronies. Don't listen to him. He's not what he claims. Who exactly is Supernova? They keep thinking it's Daniel, of course.
Ah.
It's not what you think, Ryder. You have to listen to me. As soon as I've sent the Beatles goons back where they belong, eat up. There are seriously troubling forces at work here, Ryder. Why else do you think Vanishing Point was destroyed? Vanishing Point was destroyed to stop you from finding Wave Rider? Yes. Rip Hunter's become... So now he's claiming Rip was behind it.
Oh, those frickers.
Unfortunately, they're believing him. And Rip has lost control of the situation. Because of Batman, maybe that's part of it. But I get the feeling I can flat out sense that something's far more complicated is happening here. Oh boy. So they're all trying to get their ways out of there when you're in a cell of sorts. At first it was all black. Now it's a giant garbage crusher. Our cell has become a giant serpent's jaw. That isn't physically possible. Tell him the pain sense otherwise. The lantern's right. What's the last thing you remember before you woke up in the black cell? A sorceress, then tentacles, slinky, slimy things that dragged us through the sand. Yes, tentacles, number of them. Appendages of the beast that extracted vision from our mind. Wait, what if it could input thoughts and vision as well? And uh-oh, that's why they're not even in a cell. That's
Oh,
clever.
yeah. Let's spice it up.
Yep. And they're able to get their way out of there, blasting their way until they're able to get out, falling into yeah. I have no control over this. We'll have to write it out. Hang on, I'll get us out of here. You think you won't be able to, Superman? Once we're in the grip of chronal energy, there's nothing you can do. It turns out that this is also getting set up for Flashpoint. Because this was happening around the same time.
Okay.
But yeah, basically, there's a point where it's like, why were those guys trying to kill us? Not now, but I'm scared, Daddy. I'm scared. We were on a picnic in the far distant past when assassins slipped out of the time stream. My father feared they had a lock on tracking us. Those are bad people out there, son. They don't like the work your mother and I do. Why? Because they want to change time, alter reality to get whatever they want. So they want to hunt us down. Yes, which is why you can't ever let anyone know who you really are. Never. Your mother and I were even attacked on the day of your birth, an incident that almost killed us all. Really? Sorry to interrupt, sir, but we have immediate code red. We are surrounded, and their firepower far exceeds our own. They tracked us here. We have to go somewhere that nullifies their system. So basically, this is how Vanishing Point came about. It was their hidden base, and they transported it to the end of time. So we got an origin of Vanishing Point. That's nice.
Oh, okay. Oh, and I'm like, wait, what? And I'm like, oh, okay, okay, I got it.
Yeah, we got the origin of it. So yeah, they're falling through time, and why can't I fly out of this? You're too close to the vortex. The chrono energy is already starting to phase you out. I despise this trickery. You're worse than any wizard. Lantern, your ring is our only hope out of here. Can you see if we can get a light back to the castle? Something that can pull us back. How can the ring do what Superman can't? The chronoactive energies may be affecting our bodies, but it can't lock down your ring's energy. If you can give us a foothold, a lifeline, we could still have a chance to get back. Okay, that makes sense because it's energy.
Hmm.
And sure enough, they're getting up there fighting, and they jump to a particular point in time. They last viewed there. I recognize that place. The Manhattan Project.
What's the
Oh,
Manhattan Project?
the first nuke.
In comic book or real
No,
life?
in real life.
Oh.
You know that movie coming up, Oppenheimer? That's what it's about.
Oh.
Starfire, I'm sending you home, gladly. And if I ever see you again, Golden One, I'll kill you like I should have in the first place. Ah, you love me and you know it. You sure you don't want my phone number? But yeah, jumps through. Your turn, Claw. But this is my world. I'm just from a short distance away. I came here to kill Shiratu. I'll deal with Shiratu. You're as unpredictable as any magician. How do I know I can trust you? You can trust me. I. Just looking at you, I believe that to be true. I love that!
I love it. I love that so much. It's so cute.
Yeah, just by seeing Superman, he just knows. Again, that's something that Snyder bet Superman would never be able to do.
Nah.
Not even New 52 Superman. You'd still question him.
Well, like they had that trust dialogue in the end of the first Man of Steel movie, where he was like, "Well, how do I know?" The military guy was like, "How do I know if I can trust you?" And he's like, "Well,
I came from
I,
Kansas.
yeah, I came from Kansas and stuff." And he was literally saying how he didn't trust the military and took their shuttle because they were spying on his house. And I'm like, you're making a thing about trust, but
Mm.
like, you don't expect them to trust you, bro.
But of course, then they blow up that place. Batman will have to wait. With the time traveling, atomic bomb stealing, hot babe on his arm, wild card wizard on the loose. Oh, yeah. Next stop, Manhattan Project. This is taking too long. Complaining about the passage of time? You, of all people, should know better than that. I can't ask you to hurry. You are still one of the most impatient people I have ever met. If I'm that bad, you shouldn't have married me. And he leads on the Black Beetle. Rip planted a bio tracker on Matt Ryder's blood long ago. We should be able to tap into it. It's homing in there. Got it. Oh no. Where are they? No, we're good, that's for sure. Send me the coordinates. I'm on my way. Meanwhile, you can take us through time and time again. Before I destroy the castle, I recharge the chrono batteries in my equipment. I can give us a couple of jumps. Where are we exactly? Of course, yep, right there. The dawn of the atomic age. Meanwhile, 100 years in the future, where they find the remains of Wave Rider as he starts blasting his way through there. Something about this feels wrong, Leary Lee. What do you mean, Matthew? The Black Beetle was truly a great hero, no matter the point in time. Wouldn't we have some record of him? Yep, and there's his remains.
Oh, gross.
Yep. And of course, sure enough, once they have it, doesn't need them anymore. It was a body, a containment suit for all in one, meant to hold the chrono energy he was composed of. He was killed during the emergence of the 52 universe. not quite killed Larry Lee, rendered ineffective, his consciousness obliterated. I can use this. Did you find them? Yes, but these events are unrecorded, undocumented in a way. So Rip knows nothing of these events. He's on another mission. Somehow that duality, along with some new elements and chaos, is changing events. New time is being painted right in front of me. Meanwhile, 945, they're still trying to find them. Sure enough, they do and pull them, get them out of there.
Yay.
And they send them back. My castle, the pool, no! And they break the staff. Time to find Batman. But as they do, they're being diverted and beaten up by Reverse Flash. I love it. I don't care how fast it is. I've had enough. Well done, Superman. Your rival's my own. But when it comes down to it, no one is as fast as Professor Zoom, the Reverse Flash.
Bruh. He had his pool destroyed. I knew he should have gotten a hot tub.
What? Basically, he then explains about solidified time, all the stuff that happened. He can explain how there was once a single universe, then it was reborn as a multiverse. And how when that happened, it created fluctuating wormholes were created as an unfortunate byproduct. And that he never stops fixing those wormholes. But yeah, so basically saying, on. In fact, I have a hunch when you get older, you might even take a younger me under your wing and train him, turn him into from a goofy, self-centered type into a guardian of the time stream. Really? We'll be buddies? You might say that, yes. I haven't seen back in those moments in conversation. My father made it sound so easy, when in truth, it's anything but. Well, you aren't what I was looking for, but you'll have to do. Zoom, the Flash's greatest enemy, originally from the 25th century. Really? Like us? Apparently, though there's a lot we don't know about him. You and Booster Gold are from the same century? Please, I have no desire to allocate myself with an insignificant criminal like him. Criminal? Just some stuff I got into and back into in my time. Minor stuff, sort of. Robbing a museum of precious artifacts, stealing a time sphere, bush league and amateur, yes. Minor, no. We offered you a membership in the JLA. What were we thinking? Yeah, you wouldn't want to be disgraced having me in your midst. And whenever you girls are done bickering, we can wrap this up. You aren't what I was looking for anyway. It's the secret of the Omega effect I'm after. Darkseid threw your friend Batman back in time. He was charged with Omega energy, which I've been tracking ever since. That's why we're here. Ah, but you're here to rescue him. I want the secret of the. Now, basically, this is under the implication that he did the Flashpoint event when we know he didn't.
He didn't.
No, it was Barry who caused it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But basically, he got what he wanted and he jumped back into the time stream. But they feel like they might lead us to Batman. But then all of a sudden, Skeets has feedback. But all of a sudden, then Red Beetle or Black Beetle is trying to absorb the energy of Wave Rider. But then Supernova shows up to stop him, leading to a bit more of a fight going on. But then Leary Lee decides to absorb the energies. I'm not exactly an expert in time travel or anything else for that matter, but this can't be good. The chrono anomaly that opened in another time is bleeding through and causing these fissures to open. You're the authority here, Hunter. Do something. You think I'm not trying? I think that we're supposed to be working to find Batman. Yet all we've done is chase our tails. Time travel isn't as easy as walking from one room to the next, Superman. It's far more complex, with variables almost too complicated to calculate. It's why I wasn't eager to have you or anyone else involved. Dr. Hunter, there's a familiar chrono center buried in the fissure. Black beetles. The beetle. Damn, what's he up to now? But yeah, makes their way over there as she's still draining all of it. Supernova is fighting him off, and they head their way through. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. I'll crush your freaking skull. I'll grind your brain to jelly with my boot. I'll do nothing. The Black Beetle. Hunter's told about you. No, not now. Not when I'm so close. He then disappears. But then when they see him, like, I can't. Daniel, what are you doing here? How'd you get involved in all this? You're in way over your head, bud. You're lucky to be alive. Is that? Now notice Booster's not noticing the hair. I thought you were Supernova Booster for a few weeks. That's Daniel Carter, an ancestor of mine. The suit needs Carter genes to function. Wait while I debrief Daniel. He isn't the only one who can explain what's happening. Is that Matt Ryder of the Linear Men? Good to see you again, Superman. And we find out that she's now the new Wave Rider.
Oh.
And Wave Rider is a contradiction. He never belonged in our timeline. Who appointed you authority in these matters? I won't yield. Now, unfortunately, this is a plot point that goes nowhere. Unfortunately. Of course, for all we know, Jurgens might tap into it again like he does with Black Beetle eventually. But yeah, they basically head their way back home. But when they do, they find out But what about Batman? Isn't that why we started the mission in the first place? And then they get summary about what Darkseid had done. And then they realize they still need Vanishing Point to return. So what do? They actually end up bringing Vanishing Point from a different point in time. But we don't do that yet. Hold on. But Supernova says destroyed. We need to discuss this privately. Put them in stasis while we settle this. Good idea. They can't hear or perceive a thing we say. We can't have them knowing who you really are, after all. Absolutely not. Putting yourself in the midst, even while wearing a disguise, isn't exactly your style. I'm surprised you take such a chance. Dad? That's why I wore Daniel's suit. We can't have my younger self meeting me now. He'd freak out. He has no idea I'll eventually be my father. Are you in contact with his mom? Right here, sweetie. It's good to hear your voice again. Dad said Vanishing Point was destroyed, but if Batman's trying to get there, we need to find a replacement. Let's find an earlier uninhabited version of it, hon. I'm way ahead of you, Michael, and transport it where it needs to be. So basically, they took a copy of it from a different point in time, and that's going to be still Vanishing Point going forward.
Okay.
Yep. But
Always
yeah,
try to
so
process these.
Darkseid orchestrated all of this, apparently, but there's something else. A disruption of sort I can't yet identify. Problem for another day, son. You've done good work here. It's time to put this one to rest. As we see, things play out fine with Bruce. He's back to normal. And then, hello, Michelle. We're back. But then he shows as they're talking, we then show off the blackboard. Something's been written on it, but he never wrote them. And these are all tying to stuff that happens in Flashpoint. And that's the end.
No, I wanted to read more of the Blackboard.
Oh, you can read it right now if you wish. Hold on. Why did it have to be Bruce? The Shazam! The Outsider is in. The Terror of Aquaman. Wonder Woman, Princess of War. The Cyborg. Where is Superman? Yo, God bless the Cyborg. The heroine of Gem World returns. Abin Sur. Survivor? Ask Booster. The Rampage of the Creature Commandos.
Creature
Free Subject
Commandos!
One. The Changing Man. Captain Cold. Hero? All this ties into Flashpoint.
Ah, I
So
want
how
pizza
so
now.
so how was this?
I I I enjoyed it.
But not the best because
Yeah,
it was meandering. Let's be honest, it was just a meandering random adventure.
it was, and I'm like, I at least enjoyed the adventure I was on.
Hmm.
Before we continue on to the other story that may be more important.
Well, pretty much it's Booster tying in the Flashpoint.
I did not like Starfire though. He
Yeah,
was annoying.
same with Claw to be honest.
Yeah.
But I did like having Green Lantern and Superman around. Because, just having someone who could still butt heads with Booster and all that.
Yeah.
But Rip stole the show.
Heck yeah. Love Rip.
Yeah, I love how this expanded Rip more than anything and showed us more about future Booster, which we'll be getting more into on the next one, actually, because not only will we be doing the last arc, we'll also have the future state and convergence tie-ins.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool.
But yeah, but for this, it was a nice, dumb, fun mini-series. That's all.
Yes, I agree.
Was it worse, though, Jurgens leaving the main book to do this on? I don't think
No.
so.
No.
But for what it was, though, again, it gave us more about Rip, which is more than I can ask for. And you got to see a little bit more of Michelle.
Yeah.
You love
sure.
Michelle.
I love Michelle.
But yeah, but we'll see you all in the next one. We go over the last arc of this main run. We'll still have then another video to go with the blue and gold mini. But until then, we'll see you all in the next one. Take care.
Bye.